Guys, it's only been a week. I am still alive, Haley. I'm tweeting you this. So hey guys, I have a new book review for you today, and that is on Witch and Wizard: The Fire by James Patterson and Jill Dembowski. It is the third book in the Witch and Wizard series, Witch and Wizard: The Gift and the Fire. I was really surprised with this book. And I'm also surprised to say that there will be no spoilers in this video, so you can watch it without having read any of them, even though it might not matter to you or make sense. Basically, it kind of follows the same storyline of the first one and the second one. Battle, save some lives, stop and think about how this has all affected them as people. Wisty does a cool trick with her magic. Battle, cool trick. In the third one there is a plague going around called the Blood Plague. And that's kind of the overarching plot line for the first part of it. It doesn't last too long though. It's still the same. Them running away from the New Order, trying to defeat the One. So it's pretty epic. Someone actually tweeted me saying these books get better and better every time. They totally do. It's like Maximum Ride backwards. The first one, it was okay. The second one was better. A lot better. But this one was just amazing. You can tell by my expression, can't you? It was a lot more intense than all of the other ones, and I didn't get annoyed with how they talked. Like in the first two when James Patterson was trying to sound like a teenager and would say things like, OMG, WTF. There's really none of that anymore. And it was incredibly fast-paced. Action, sad moment. Something epic happens every chapter, and the chapters are like 3 pages. I love the short chapters in James Patterson books. That is the best part about his books, in my opinion. It's got that epic Maximum Ride effect that we all love. Sorry if I keep referring to Maximum Ride for those of you who haven't read Maximum Ride. This is how it is in the first 3 Maximum Ride books too. The ending. Was this the last book in the series? I'm gonna do it again. Going to Maximum Ride. I see the ties. James Patterson. If you write a 4th book, please do not make it a repeat of the final warning. The ending in The Fire is kinda similar to Saving the World in Other Extreme Sports. It's kinda left where it could be over, but there's a few things that could be tied up but don't need to be. So you could continue the series, but you don't need to. But it was a really good ending if it is, and it didn't end with to be continued like the other ones did. I'm actually hoping that this is the last book, not because I think the 4th one would be bad, which I kinda do. It was just a really good, satisfying, legitimate ending. I thought it was really well done. By far the best and most action-packed of the whole series. There's a lot more suspense, action, character development, and I found myself looking for flaws. They did not stand out to me at all like they did in the first 2. More like the first one. I picked this book apart and I could not come up with any cons. The only con I found was Rachel Con, so I bought her book. Anyway, I didn't find anything wrong with it. I mean, it's not my favorite series, but it's definitely good. Maybe it's in the co-authors. So with that being said, I'm going to give Witch and Wizard: The Fire by James Patterson and Jill Dembowski a 5 out of 5 stars. What? But you never give 5 stars to a book. My favorite book at the moment, I gave 4 stars. Because there was a con, or 2, or 3. If there's only 1, I usually let it slide. But I mean, if it's not perfect, then it's not 5, right? This was just, it was so good. So 5. And if this is the end of the series, which if you're watching this in 5 years and there's been 5 more, probably look ridiculous right now. I give this series 4 out of 5 stars, just because that's the average out of my 3 ratings. Good job, James. I would definitely recommend it. It's come a long way, and it's gotten a lot better if you can get through the first one. It's not bad, but it's not good. It's average. And it is kind of a Christmas book. No, it's not a Christmas book, but it takes place during the holiday season. I wasn't expecting that. But I do have a real Christmas book by James Patterson, and my next book review will be on The Christmas Wedding by James Patterson and Richard DeLallo. Don't see this taking me any longer than 4 or 5 days. 4 or 5, more like 2. So tiny. Look at those pages. And I have a lot of plans for videos over Christmas break and get my bookshelf tour done. So follow me on Twitter, add me on Goodreads, all that fun stuff. And I'm gonna go. Bye.